We're all in the right place. Okay. Toss-up 1. What author praises the valor of the military tribune Quintus Caedicius and quotes his own speech for the Rhodians in his 7-book history on
C3.
Answer please.
Livy.
Incorrect.
B2.
Ammonite Marcellinus.
Incorrect. I will finish for 18. What author praises the valor of the military tribune Quintus Caedicius and quotes his own speech for the Rhodians in his 7-book history on Rome's beginnings titled Origines? What author praises the valor of the military tribune Quintus Caedicius and quotes his own speech for the Rhodians in his 7-book history on Rome's beginnings titled
A4.
Navius.
I'm sorry, it was Cato. Cato killed it. No points on question 1. Moving on to question 2. Make the Latin phrase atrox lampas accusative.
B3.
Atrochem lampatem.
Incorrect.
A3.
Atropis Lampatis.
Incorrect.
Could you repeat?
Yes. Make the Latin phrase atrox lampas accusative singular.
Could you spell both of those words?
A-T-R long O-X L-A-M-P-A-S.
You said accusative singular?
Yes. Make the Latin phrase atrox lampas accusative singular.
C3.
Trochem lampam.
You're on the right track. The second principal part is D lampadem, or the Greek accusative lampad. So no points there. All right, shake it off. Toss up number 3 for all teams. Provide the Latin term for the item that was given to a pupa on her dies lustricus.
B3.
Bubla.
Well, that's correct. Along with a trinomen to welcome her to the family and protect her from evil magic. B1. How long was the period of primordia between birth and dies lustricus?
It's 8 days or 9 days.
Okay. Okay, and because it was a girl in the question, I was going
Yeah.
B3. Defer to B3.
8 days.
It's correct. 7 sometimes true for those 2. Bonus 2. What did the pater familias do during a susceptio on the day of a child's birth?
Pick it up.
Either like accepted the child or like rejected it.
Defer to B3.
Accept the child or like reject it.
Very good. Let's see how dark you're going to go. But it's accepting or looking up the child into the family. No otherwise. That is 20 points on question 3 for team B. Toss up 4 for all teams. When recognized by the spotter, make the sound of the animal that is being described. Hoc animal, saipe cum amicis ve natur, totam
A3.
take awu. That sounds like a wolf. Totam per noctem. Lunam admiratur, pecora comedit. Lycaon in forma huius animalis mutatur. Bonus 1. Make the sound of this animal after conferring with your team. Hoc animal ingentissimum apud animalia terrestria est. Proboscidem longam habet, et nunquam obliviscitur.
Sure, I'll trust their.
I'll look at noises.
Technically, I think Paul do it, but it's much more fun that way. Bonus 2. Finally, make the sound of this animal after conferring with your team. Hoc animal apud paludes habitat. Peritissimum est et saliendi et saliendi et natandi. Quadam in fabula Graeca, chorus est qui cantat recacacax coax. Hoc animal apud paludes habitat. Peritissimum est et saliendi et natandi. Quadam in fabula Graeca, chorus est qui cantat recacacax coax.
Maybe,
Answer please.
Ribbit.
We thought you were
I'll
right.
take ribbit.
I don't
I
know.
also should have taken recacacax coax. But read Aristophanes, that's literally how he glosses the sound of the problem. It's great. All right. That is 20 points on question 4. Toss up 5 for all teams. What creatures were eaten by wild animals?
B4.
Can you be more specific?
Diabetes.
Correct. Wild animals on Mount Olympus after they themselves had eaten Abderus, while Heracles was retrieving them from the king of the Bistonies as his labor. Was one. According to Diodorus Siculus, how did Heracles calm the mares so that he could transport them to Eurystheus?
Took them flesh. Sure.
Can you expand?
What flesh?
Of people.
Yep.
Young.
I can see in your face that you're intentionally not saying something. We're fine. Defer to before.
Fed them the flesh of Diomedes.
Diomedes, yes. And bonus 2, on his way to Thrace to capture the mares, Heracles saved what queen of Thessaly from death after he drunkenly interrupted her funeral?
Oh, Chested. Oh my gosh, this is so funny if you actually read it.
Okay, can you say that name again?
Alcestis. Yeah.
Okay, defer to before.
Okay.
I guess this is correct. 20 points. All right, let's get a score check after time.
Team A has 20, Team B has 40, and Team C has yet to score.
Great job, everyone. Still plenty of points on the table. Remember, rack them all up as much as you can. And because 70's standing is based on cumulative points. Toss-up number 6. Listen carefully to the following passage about Certamen, which I will read twice, remembering that tinio means buzz. Then respond in English to the questions that follow. Olum erat rogandum visuale, quius imago in pariete projecta est. Moderator legere coipit, quid subito plurimis certaminatoribus simultaneantibus destitit moderator, et incredulus ad discipula prima responsum postularet, illa Claudius. Repeat, remember, answer in English. Olum erat rogandum visuale, quius imago in pariete projecta est. Moderator legere coipit, quid subito plurimis certaminatoribus simultaneantibus destitit moderator, et incredulus ad discipula primum responsum postularet, illa Claudius. The question, why did the modern
E3.
Because multiple people buzzed at the same time.
Correct. Why did the moderator stop reading? Bonus 1. The passage continues. Moderator stupefactus recta es inquit, et velocior quam atalanta, mihi vix credibile est. Non moderator nescivit verba rogandi in pariete videri posse. How does the moderator figuratively describe the player's speed in buzzing?
Faster than Atalanta.
Okay. Defer to before.
Faster than Atalanta.
Correct. Bonus 2. How did the students know the answer so quickly?
Can you repeat?
The last sentence.
Non moderator nescivit verba rogandi in pariete videri posse.
Maybe because it was a visual
Oh,
question.
the question was written on the visual.
The question was written on the visual?
Yeah.
Okay, you got this.
The question was written on the visual.
Can you be more specific?
Like the image of cotton.
It was written like on the picture we gave them, and he did not know that.
Very close, I can't take that. So the visual was being projected on a wall, a parias, and was thus visible in some similar capacity. So very close, on the right track. Haven't seen that happen recently.
I don't know why they waited till quit.
All right, so 15 points on question 6. Okay, toss up 7 for all teams. For the verb gaudeo, give the second person plural perfect indicative.
B3.
Gaudisi estis.
Correct, indicative form, which means in English, you all have rejoiced. B1. Now, keeping everything else the same, make gauisi estis future perfect.
Gauisi eritis.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Gauisi eritis.
Correct. Bonus 2. Now, keeping everything else the same, make gauisi estis subjunctive.
Gauisi sitis.
Estis, those two cities. Yeah, stop. So, yeah, that's right.
Gauisi sitis.
Correct. 20 points on question 7 for team B. Toss up number 8 for all teams. What author, brought to Rome as a boy by his aunt despite illness, learned from Papirius Fabianus about Stoicism, which he featured in his works like this.
C3.
Seneca the Younger.
Correct, like De Ira and Epistulae Moralis. Bonus 1. What close friend of Seneca was the addressee of his Epistulae Moralis? Answer, please.
Nero.
This is Lucilius. And bonus 2. Among Seneca's dialogues were 3 dialogues dedicated to what equestrian of the Neronian era, who was probably a relative of Seneca?
Probably. Julian, just use that name. Refer to him.
Seneca the Elder.
This is Serenus, Annius Serenus. So probably same color. All right, that's 10 points on question 8. Toss-up number 9 for all teams. Which 2 of the following Latin words are synonyms? Ado, opto, incipio, lego.
B3.
Incipio and Lego.
Incorrect.
A3.
Correct. All right, bonus 1. Give a Latin synonym for incipio. Quote is correct. B2. Give a Latin antonym for ado.
Auto ADO.
ADO. That is not on my page, and that sounds very right. So I'm going to give you 5 points. All right, that is 20 points on question.
Can Lego mean like tape up, like here? Because the other's freaking here.
Incipio, sir. I'll have us look into it. Let me quickly send out the message, see if I can do a quick resolution.
Okay, thank you.
We'll get back to you on that. For now, I am going with my ruling and score states. Question 10. On what island did Theseus retire and die?
B4.
Correct. And die several years before Thetis left the young Achilles there to hide out in disguise as a girl. Bonus 1. What king of Scyros pushed Theseus off a cliff and later agreed to lead Achilles under the name of Hera?
Oh, I would hate saying this too. Lycomedes.
Lycomedes is correct. Bonus 2. When Theseus had provoked an invasion by the Dioscuri, who prompted the Athenians to banish Theseus and later led the Athenian contingent to Troy? Theseus is correct. That's 20 points. Let's get a score check.
Currently, Team A has 40, Team B has 95, and Team C has 10.
So I have heard from the other moderators, we did look at Incipio versus Lego in advance, and from our understanding of it, Lego reads take up and choose more in a metaphorical sense, like taking up a hobby as opposed to picking something up, while Incipio certainly begin in a more tangible sense, like to take something in. So that is our current ruling. If Coach would like to bring us more evidence, you could lodge a formal challenge. Alright, so we're all ready to move on to toss-up 11. Back half of the round. One more deep breath. I think this is good. Alright, toss-up 11 for all teams. What two men, while supposedly serving an unprecedented 10 straight terms in their office, abolished military tribunates with consular power and allowed one consul to be plebeian in a set of...
B3.
Mercurius and Sextius.
Correct. In a set of namesake laws enacted by 367 BC. Bonus 1. Laws that abolished lending with interest and specified that one consulship must be held by a plebeian were passed by which tribunus plebis in 342 BC.
Can you repeat the question, please?
Laws that abolished lending with interest and specify that one consulship must be held by a plebeian were passed by which tribunus plebis in 342 BC. And please. This is Genicius. And bonus 2, what year marked the first time in Roman history when both consuls were plebeian?
Do you know who the consuls are?
Let's average it out.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, 343.
300.
Wait, I can't average that. Like 322 and a half. 322.
Answer please.
250.
172. No plebeian rights. All right. Toss up 12 for all teams. What mythological item was taken from an offspring of Poseidon and Theophany who traveled from Orchomenos to Colchis, where Phrixus dedicated
B3.
The Golden Fleece.
Golden Fleece dedicated it, and Jason later stole it. It's that time.
It's aliens.
You now have 5 seconds to inspect the visual.
Here, wait, this is there's another plot. I can't remember if they speak in 4 seconds.
Bonus 1, you are looking at 2 pieces of pottery representing scenes in the story of Jason. In image 1, if Jason is labeled A, what mythological character is labeled B?
Yeah.
Okay, defer to D4.
Yeah, Phineas.
Incorrect. This is Peleus. Bonus 2, in image 2, what mythological character is labeled C?
Nope.
This is Phineas.
Phineas.
Alright, defer to B3.
Phineas.
Peleus is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Peleus who's brought the fleece back to you.
Oh,
You look closer to the team.
You can see the fleece, isn't that great? All right, and can you hold up for the audience, please?
Ooh.
For folks at home. You may keep your loot. All right, let's move right along to toss up 13 for all teams. From what Latin noun with what meaning is molecules?
B1.
Can you spell the first word?
M-O-L.
Incorrect.
A4.
Moles, meaning mass.
Moles is correct. Virginia? Bonus 1. From what Latin noun with what meaning is molar, the type of tooth, derived? Answer please. Not mora, this is mola, which is a millstone. Bonus 2. From what Latin noun with what meaning is bicuspid derived? Answer please.
You just asked desire. That's my desire to get this question correct.
This is cuspis, which is a spear or pointy thing. All right, so that is 10 points on question 13. Toss up 14 for all teams. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Isne cur odium belli habeam.
B2.
Do you know why I have hatred for war?
Correct. Bonus 1. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Timeo me hostes nocte se moveant.
I fear that the enemy will move at night.
Can you repeat the Latin?
Timeo me hostes nocte se moveant.
I say may move themselves. Like not will, but may.
Okay, I fear that the enemy will move themselves at night. Oh, and I said it wrong.
That is correct.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that hostes can sometimes be translated into the word. All right, and bonus 2. Translate the following sentence from Latin to English. Turba hic manebit, dumodo orator benedicat.
The crowd will stay here as long as the orator speaks well.
Can you repeat the Latin?
Turba hic manebit, dumodo orator benedicat.
The crowd will stay here as long as the orator speaks well.
Correct. 20 points on question 14. Very nice translate. All right. Toss up 15 for all teams. Men, including a tetrarch of the Asian kingdom of Galatia, a politician of...
B2.
Cicero?
Correct. A politician accused of poisoning and a gang leader who brawled with Clodius were all defended in court by what orator? Bonus 1. Cicero effectively acts as a prosecutor rather than a defense lawyer in what series of 14 speeches that contributed in large part to his execution in 43 BC?
I'll pronounce that one. Do you want to say it? Defer to B3.
The Philippics.
Correct. Bonus 2. In another speech delivered after his consulship, Cicero offers a defense of the citizenship of what man, as well as a defense of the practice of literature itself.
So the speech is called Pro Archia Poeta. But I don't know if it would be Archias because it's a Greek name. I'm gonna go with Archias, I think.
Okay.
Archias?
Archias is correct. We're taking Archias Poeta. That's 20 points on question 15. Let's get score check.
Team A has 50, Team B has 160, and Team C has 10.
All right, last 100 tasty points on the table. Let's go get them. Toss up 16 for all teams. What two-word Latin phrase refers to a unique or prodigious occurrence?
A3.
Answer please. Incorrect. I'll repeat. What two-word Latin phrase refers to a unique or prodigious occurrence giving rise to the concept of a black swan and was originally coined by the poet Juvenal?
E3.
Rara Alice.
Alice is correct. Your bonus. What other phrase, also first said by Juvenal, means a sound mind and a sound body?
And mensana and corpora sana. It's so out of context. It's so out of context. 'Cause the whole thing is pray that you have a sound mind and a sound body. Anyway, mens sana and corpora sano.
Sounds good. End of the game, the manifesto sound. Bonus 2. What other famous Latin quote is used to convey that everyone has their own taste?
De gustus non est disputandum. You defer.
Defer to B3.
De gustibus non est disputandum.
Correct. 20 points on question 16. Toss up 17. Writers in what genre, also called Riciniata, included an equestrian from Caesar's era and Publilius Syrus?
B2.
Mine.
Correct. Who incorporated the exaggerated gestures and silent action that later dominated. Bonus 1. At Rome, mime was differentiated from other dramas by the fact that it did not use what objects, which represented stock characters in genres like Atellan farce.
Masks. That's not masks. What other objects could be involved here?
But it's a mask. Maybe, yeah, say mask. Or maybe costume. No, just go with mask.
Masks.
Mask is correct. Bonus 2. I love it when you say the word I have right here. Okay. Bonus 2. Actors in mine were known by a Latin name that indicated they did not have the typical type of what object?
Job.
They do not have the typical type of what object? What object?
Toga.
Maybe to it.
Need an answer?
Toga.
These were shoes. They're called planipedes. Barefoot. All right, 15 points on question 17. Toss up 18 for all teams. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Quo ire debes, si vis sedere propescaenam, et actores spectare?
B2.
To the theater.
To the theater is correct. Actores spectare. Bonus 1. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Quem locum Romae vites, nisi fremitus equorum et aurigarum te delectat.
The circus.
Defer to be 3.
The circus.
Circus. Bonus 2. Responde aut Anglicae aut Latine. Ad quem locum necesse est vobis ire, quamquam nolentibus, si criminis terribilis damnati estis.
Jail.
I suppose so.
Siberia.
I would maybe go with jail. Defer to be 3.
Jail.
Ew, you need to add gulag to the answer. All right. Okay. That's 20 points on question 18. All right, toss up 19 for all teams. What lyre player used his prodigious musical skill to move?
C3.
Orpheus.
Incorrect.
A4.
Apollo.
Incorrect.
B4.
Amphion is correct. What lyre player used his prodigious musical skill to move the rocks that built the walls of Thebes, while his brother Zethus was carrying one rock at a time by hand? Bonus 1. Who was the mother of Zethus and Amphion?
Mother's
Is this Phoebe or Darcy?
Neither.
Okay.
Entirely.
Oh yeah, that's
okay. Defer to be 4.
Entirely.
He's correct. Bonus 2. Who was the wife of Zethus?
When was that?
Oh. Phoebe.
Okay,
Better.
now it's
Yeah.
yeah, because wife of Niobe or
Husband of Niobe
Okay.
is Amphion.
Okay, defer to be 4.
Yeah.
Phoebe.
He is correct. All right, 20 points on question 19. Let's get our penultimate score check.
Team A has 50, Team B has 235, and Team C has 10.
All righty. Just 1 second. All right. Toss up 20 for all teams. What emperor instituted a system of state-owned workshops called fabricae that supplied the military, divided up Italy into 12
C1.
Diocletian.
correct, 12 dioceses, and passed the edict of maximum prices during his reign from 284 to 305 AD. Bonus 1. What city did Diocletian besiege for 8 months in order to defeat a rebellion led by Domitius Domitianus and Aurelius Archelaus?
Okay. City. So repeat it one more time.
What city did Diocletian besiege for 8 months in order to defeat a rebellion led by Domitius Domitianus and Aurelius Archelaus? Answer, please.
Defer to
Nicomedia.
One more time.
Nicomedia.
This was Alexandria. And bonus 2. Diocletian famously retired on May 1st, 305 AD, leaving what city which served as one of Rome's 4 satellite capitals during the Tetrarchy?
Say that one more time.
Diocletian famously retired on May 1st, 305 AD, leaving what city which served as one of Rome's 4 satellite capitals during the Tetrarchy? Answer, please.
Nicomedia.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right, 15 points on question 20. All right, let's get our final score check.
Team A has 50, Team B has 235, and Team C has 25.
Great job, everyone. Best of luck with your quiz. The question.
Can we see the back of your binder?
Oh, Oh, yeah, we're about to ask that too.
Okay, on the way out you can. I believe I'm just gonna read some team names who are involved in a replacement toss-up. I think they know. Washington DC, Illinois, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Illinois, South Carolina, New Hampshire, Maryland, Gold, and Florida. South Carolina, you're North Carolina. Okay, so I think it's just you all. That's gonna be 2 doors down. Susan, next one.
Quick question. I kind of look a little bit more to the Lego and Kipio, so could we, how do I go about it? Challenge that, could I do replacement bonus questions in case?
Let's do those now, just so we don't have to later. So, what I'll say is the moderator room is leaning against you, but we're looking at it. Let me look for some quickly. This would, so if this were the case, this team would have gotten it before this team had a chance to buzz, right?
Yes.
And then we get beat out the 2 bonies, so the other teams don't necessarily need to be involved in that. Because otherwise the toss-up would go here and the points would proceed. So we will look into this. Let me find a question quickly. It should be pretty quick, so apologies for holding it. This was a synonym question, so it's a vocabulary related question from advance. Sure, this is it.
Precision, not reaching. This is the definition. Precision without accuracy.
Reaching into my binder of many things. Let's see. All right. Okay. Bonus 1 for this team. Quid significat anglicae pre-die.
The day before.
The day before.
Correct. And bonus 2, quid significat anglicae kingo kingere. I need it's not on my page. I know it's certainly a derivative. I will have to look into that. It certainly does mean surround. So these are 5 or 10 theoretical points on the offhanded conjecture. But we had a split timeline in intermediate where we can't go with one. So we'll see what happens there. I will get back to you. Thank you.